Hey, sister girl, and welcome to yet another episode of the House Girlfriend podcast. Kama kawaida, you know that this is your one-stop shop for all the gist, without fear of cancellation. So, get your coffee, get a throw blanket, because the cold out there, it's giving we're manifesting London, but hey, we thank God either way. Sit and relax, because on this episode, I am going to talk about everything boric acid, and trust me, I am going to shock your nipples off. But before we get right into the meat, the word of today is hamna bibi ya tajiri, bibi ya billionaire ambaye alimove in kwa nyumba yake a whole year ago na nyumba bado haina appliances wala furniture, okay? This is why it is so easy for people to cloud chase you. Manake, you do not think about the details, you just think, oh, such a big house, kwani yuwaishi kwa floor. Wamekuwa wakila nini na cabinet hazina vyombo. Lakini na wivu jamani. Now, sister girls, najua sote tunapenda kifo cha mende. Kama hujui kifo cha mende ni nini, I'm sure you know. You just don't know it's called kifo cha mende. Have you seen a cockroach when it's dying and it's lying on its back and its feet are in the air? Ndo hicho kifo cha mende. Apply accordingly. So, najua sote tunapenda kifo cha mende jamani. Lakini imaanishi ndo ukachukue dawa ya kufisha mende ukaweke kwenye kinembe chako. Manake now we're going to move from kifo cha mende to kifo cha kinembe jamani. If you follow me on TikTok or you've come across my content on vaginal health and vaginal hygiene, then you know that many women out there swear by boric acid, and they say that once you start using boric acid suppositories in your cooch, then you can say goodbye to all the problems, yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, a bad smell coming out from your cooch. You bid all those problems goodbye. But these women will not tell you that the reason why they are using boric acid every day ties exactly to my videos on here about bacterial vaginosis, about urosepsis, about UTIs, and how they come from mostly having these men ejaculate inside you. These women who swear by boric acid, trust me, are women who are living with incurable bacterial vaginosis. Let me explain. Do you know why boric acid has been so successful as an insecticide and as a pesticide? It is because it pulls the lipids from the insect's cuticle, dehydrating them and killing them slowly over the next couple of days. If you watch my content, this is synonymous with what potassium alum, popularly known as shabu, does when it is used to clean snails, to deslime them, and exactly what it does when it is put by you kwenye kinembe chako so you can become tighter. You're not becoming tighter, you're becoming drier. And the friction that comes from it is what your sexual partner will term as tightness. But that's a story for another day. Today, I really want to break down boric acid for you. Because yes, boric acid has been allowed as a treatment for bacterial vaginosis, but only if you are living with recurrent bacterial vaginosis and all forms of antibiotic treatment have failed. It is a last resort that should be prescribed by a doctor alongside antibiotics and only for 2 weeks. Many women will come on my posts about bacterial vaginosis and how it ties directly to a man ejaculating inside you, and they will say, no, mimi siezi kataa, lazima mtu animwagie. And I love that, and I don't want to stop that. But these are the same people who are keeping the people who are selling boric acid in business. Why? Because they are living with bacterial vaginosis. They do not want to accept it. They've accepted that, oh, the cooch has a smell, but if you get on boric acid suppositories, then you get rid of the smell. Sister girl, what you're doing is masking the smell and masking the symptoms, irritating your mucous cavity in there, drying it up, and above all else, you have an infection that you're not treating that could very well lead to urosepsis. What are you guys using for dark underarms? I have been using the Dove Ultimate Repair Dark Marks Corrector for 2 weeks now, and I promise you, my underarms are shining. Tell us what you're using. It is crazy that these shops, these spas are selling boric acid suppositories to you as vitamins to use every day, to use thrice a week for a fresh cooch. You are harming yourself just to please that man, just so you can have unprotected sex every single time. And then go home and say, ooh, I don't smell, I'm God's favorite. You're using pesticides in your cooch. And please allow me, because I'm a researcher, I have researched, I have looked into this. The FDA in the US has sent warning letters to doctors, to medical spas, to shops that are selling boric acid as an everyday use product. Why? Because women are reporting irritation, they're reporting dryness, they're even reporting sepsis shock from the use of boric acid suppositories. But because women want to cater to the men in their lives, you've decided that instead of asking him to use a condom, so the bacteria on his mojolo does not get inside me, instead of you asking him to use a condom so that his concoctions do not mess with my pH, you've decided that instead you are going to prescribe pesticides to yourself for the unforeseeable future, killing off the bacteria, the nice bacteria in your cooch, just so a man can say, ooh, you're so tight, meaning dry. Why is that? Sister girl, this is your wake-up call to stop trusting everything that you see on social media. Most of these businesses that are coming up because you have expressed your insecurities online. You refuse to go to a doctor to get a proper STI screening so you can know exactly what is wrong with you, why you have a bad smell coming from your cooch, why your cooch looks red, why your cooch is irritated. You have refused to go to the doctor. So what? Women out here want to make money. They've decided, kumbe, boric acid masks the smell. Boric acid dries up your cooch to give you the feeling of tightness. And they know that you're not willing to look it up. You're too lazy to look it up. I'm sorry if you feel a certain type of way for being called lazy. But there is only one reason why you would walk into a shop where someone is selling you something in a pack that has no ingredient list, that has no stamp from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics of standards, and you still take it just because someone has told you this is a freshness product. While in real sense, out there, the CDC has actually placed a warning that you should only use 600 milligrams of boric acid suppositories prescribed by a doctor alongside antibiotics and for only 2 weeks. Now you're out there damaging your body in God knows how many ways by taking boric acid every day as a freshness tool for your kinembe. And then later on, you're going to complain about the elasticity of your kinembe. You're going to complain about having infections up in your kidneys and in your uterus because you have been living with infections that you will not treat. You just want to mask the symptoms, and as long as your man says you're tight and there is no smell, that's good. I understand that there are businesses out here that would like to say that what I'm saying is a lie. If you're a professional, you're a business, you have a contrary opinion to mine, feel free. I have a link at the bottom. Feel free to DM me. I am free to invite you to come on here and we can discuss exactly what it is that you're selling and why you're selling it, because trust me, you're lying to your customers. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. I appreciate you 1000%. Now, please follow, subscribe, and share to all the girlies out there, because we do not want people living out here with infections that they do not know they have just because they got a product somewhere that says it fixes everything. Go talk to your doctor today and see you next time. Bye bye.